All right, welcome to lesson 2 on the multiplication of polynomials. So we looked at lesson 1 in multiplying a monomial by a polynomial, and now we need to look at multiplying polynomials by polynomials, so meaning more than one term by more than one term. We'll focus mostly on a binomial by a binomial because that has the direct implication in this outcome, but we'll look a little bit further as well. So we're going to look at 3 ways to do it. The first is with algebra tiles. The thing with algebra tiles is this method does not extend to binomials with a degree larger than 1. Okay, so just like something, for example, like 2x plus 1 times x plus 3, we can do that with polynomial or with algebra tiles. So what we do is we create a rectangle where the first, so just as a quick review, if you remember, when we have algebra tiles, you have some big square guys, and those are x squareds. And then you have rectangular ones like that. Those are the x's, and the little guys are ones. Okay, so this first binomial here is 2x plus 1, and that is represented on the top of a rectangle, 2x plus 1. So I've got an x, and another x is 2x, and then a 1. And on the side, I've got x plus 3, x, and then 1, 2, 3. And what we simply do is, if I had to fill in this space here, I would create a big square, a rectangle, a rectangle, a rectangle, 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 rectangle. It's kind of messy, but I've got it over here on the right-hand side. So I'd fill it in, and what I end up having here is 2x squareds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 x's, and 3. So I can see that the multiplication of 2x plus 1 times x plus 3 yields 2x squared plus 7x plus 3. Okay, let's look at another example that has negatives. So if I was doing this one, this is x subtract 2, and on the side here I have 3x plus 1. So I'm doing x subtract 2 times 3x plus 1, and if I fill in the space, you can see it here, where I've got 3x squareds and x. Now remember that these are green because a positive times a positive is a positive. If I do a positive times a negative, I get negative. So these are all negatives over here because I'm multiplying by a negative. And then when I collect the like terms or eliminate the zero pairs, what happens is that one of these x tiles goes away with one of the negative x tiles because you have a positive and a negative undo themselves. So you're left with 3x squared minus 5x minus 2. Okay, so you can draw a picture and for sure do algebra tiles. Another way that you can do it is with what's called a polynomial chart. So basically you put the terms of the first term across the top, kind of same idea, 2x, and this is like a positive 1, but we don't write the positives. If it was negative 1, you put the negative in there. Then you have x plus 3, and then you simply multiply. So 2x times x is 2x squared, x times 1 is x, 3 times 2x is 6x, and 3 times 1 is 3. And then you again collect all of your like terms. So I have 2x squared, and then I have a positive x and a positive 6x, so that gives me positive 7x plus 3. Let's complete another example using a polynomial chart. So we're going to do 3x minus 5 times x plus 2. So I create a chart, 3x and minus 5 across the top, because those are the terms in my first binomial. X and positive 2 are the terms in my second binomial. And then I'm going to just multiply. So 3x times x is 3x squared. Negative 5 times x is negative 5x. Positive 2 times 3x is positive 6x. Positive 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. And then when I put all my like terms together, so we always go in descending degree, so my highest power is the 3x squared. And then I have to put the negative 5x and the positive 6x together. So plus 1x minus 10. Okay, so 3x minus 5 times x plus 2 is 3x squared minus 1x plus 10. We can also use a polynomial chart to deal with some bigger ones. So you've got 2x minus 1 across the top. And along the side, you've got 3x squared plus 4x and minus 3. And we're going to complete the multiplication there. So 3x squared times 2x will be 6x cubed. 3x squared times negative 1 is negative 3x squared. 4x times 2x is 8x squared. 4x times negative 1 is negative 4x. Negative 3 times 2x is negative 6x. Negative 3 times negative 1 is positive 3. And when I go to write my final answer, putting together all of the like terms, so I've got 6x cubed, and then I can put together negative 3x squared plus 8x squared is plus 5x squared. And then negative 4x and negative 6x is negative 10x and plus 3. Okay, so the polynomial chart is handy. A lot of students really like that one. And now we'll look at just doing it by algebra. The last option, and the one that we actually want you all to work towards eventually, is the method of just distribution. So what this is that you take the first term and you multiply by all the terms in the bracket, the second term multiply by everything, and continue until everything's been used up. And then collect your like terms and write them in descending degree. So what that means is I'm going to take this 3x and I'm going to multiply it by all of the things in the second bracket. So 3x times x is 3x squared. 3x times positive 5 is plus 15x. And then I'm going to take the negative 2 and I'm going to multiply it by the things in the second bracket. So negative 2 times x is negative 2x, and negative 2 times 5 is negative 10. And then we simply want to collect our like terms. So you can see we have a plus 15x and a minus 2x. So my overall answer is 3x squared plus 13x minus 10. Okay, let's look at the second example, x squared minus 2x plus 3. So I'm going to take the first term, multiply it by the things in that bracket. So x squared times 2 is 2x squared. X squared times negative x is negative x cubed. Then I'll take the negative 2x and multiply it. So negative 2x times negative 2 is negative 4x. And negative 2x times negative x is positive 2x squared. And the last term, 3 times 2 is 6. And 3 times negative x is negative 3x. Okay, now we need to collect all of our like terms and write them in descending order. So I start with my negative x cubed. Then I will do my x squared. So I've got positive 2x squared here. Another 2x squared there is positive 4x squared. Then I look at my x's. Negative 4x, negative 3x is negative 7x plus 6. Okay, another example, 2x plus 3 squared. So you have to watch this because what this actually means is 2x plus 3 times 2x plus 3. Remember that squaring something means multiplying it by itself. So you have to make sure you write that out, otherwise you'll probably make an error. So we're going to multiply. 2x times 2x is 4x squared. 2x times 3 is 6x. 3 times 2x is 6x. 3 times 3 is 9. So I've got 4x squared plus 12x plus 9 when I combine those like terms. Okay, here's one for you to try. Go ahead and use whichever method you prefer. But multiply 2x minus 1 times 3x squared minus 4x plus 5. Pause the video, come back when you've got an answer and check it. All right, so the answer to that one, whichever method you used, should be 6x cubed minus 11x squared plus 14x minus 5. Okay, if you got that one right, then go ahead and move toward the independent practice. If you got it wrong, maybe put your hand up, call me over, and I can get you straightened around.